Hello there. Welcome back to my ongoing series where I tell you what your fighting game mains say about you. If you've been here before from my Tekken or Street Fighter renditions of this, you know the drill. For those of you that don't, this is basically a series where I go through every single character in a specific fighting game and tell you exactly what your main says about you. This time we're doing it for my personal favorite fighting game of all time, Killer Instinct 2013. It's pretty self-explanatory, not really much to go over here. Let's get into it. But before we start, hey, I'm Zak Not Kyle, or Zak for short, and I love fighting games and I will make them your problem. I talk mainly about fighting games on this channel, but I also discuss other pieces of pop culture that interest me. I'm also a streamer, a DJ, a party girl, and more, so subscribe here and to my Twitch for more content from me. Also, I have merch. Look at my merch. Buy my merch, zaknotkyleshop.fourthwall.com. Go buy my merch. And as per usual with these videos, this is just a small disclaimer. All of this is in good fun. I am not here to bully people. I am not here to be a nuisance. We are just here to do a bit of a funny. That is all we are doing. We are doing a goofy, a silly, a whimsy. So, with all of this in mind, we are going to go through every single character from Killer Instinct 2013 and figure out exactly what your personality is based off of a singular character in a fighting game. So starting with Jago mains, you either are playing this game for free and became ungodly good at Jago, or you tried all of the other characters and came to the realization that your main was available for the low price of free $99 and never went back. You now just have the other characters for your friends who want to play this game with you. Saber Wolf mains are like particularly dark. You have a lot of emotional trauma to unpack that you don't get help for. Instead, you play Killer Instinct because the overstimulation drowns out the anger and pessimism. That or you're a furry, maybe both, I'm not you, tell me in the comments. Glacius mains are two things, neurodivergent and maliciously compliant. You stick to 3 long-range combo inputs like your life depends on it and never deviate. You do this because following directions to a T is your specialty in most cases, and you took that seriously for this game. More power to you, but please let me breathe in games, I'm begging you. Thunder mains are stoic but sweet. You seem really cold, but you're actually a sweetheart deep down. Only your closest friends actually understand this about you, so most people misunderstand your cold emotions with being emotionally unavailable or rude. Shadow Jago is for the basement dwellers. If you understand how to make this man do air teleports into the wildest juggle combos in this game, with gravity as powerful as the hold that Zangief has on my neurons, you have a bachelor's degree in frame data. I don't know how you have the time to understand this man unless you are a basement dweller. More power to you. Sadira mains have impeccable fashion taste. You did not let the graphics of this game stop you from being hot, as you should. You have immense amounts of fun when you're out with your friends, but when game night comes, you lock in like no one has ever seen you do so before. Godspeed. Maining Orchid is hot girl behavior. Like, this is the girls and gays choice right here. You have incredible set play, and if you don't, you are so ridiculously confident that set play means nothing to you, and you still body everyone for fun. Orchid is your spirit animal, or her fire cat is. One of the two. I'm convinced that all Spinal mains are just silly little guys. You haven't had a coherent thought since the Obama administration, and I particularly envy you and pity you at the same time. In your quest to be a silly little guy, you also accidentally become a menace to most of your friends, but they got used to it a long time ago. Okay, this is going to be the most specific I've ever gotten. Fulgor mains have impeccable jawlines. I don't know why I have such a strong conviction of this, but I feel like if you have the ability to laser, double projectile, teleport, and then string a 17-hit combo in such a fashion, you have to be mewing into the monitor at least once a match. I'm fully convinced you are. TJ combo mains are in 2 camps specifically. The first is the people that can fight you in real life. TJ mains on this side of the coin have a gym membership and likely don't take enhancements like TJ does, but will take things outside with ease. The second group of TJ mains are the new people here who saw that if you try to kill him once, he immediately sends you flying and he gets his health back. These people also do not know who Arya is yet and do think she is the worst character in the game because of them knowing this TJ health bar mechanic. Maya is the second of Killer Instinct's hot girl choices. You also, unlike the Orchid mains, take your set play very seriously because they don't. This will get you further than the Orchid mains in most respects in this game, but you are unfortunately second place in the hot girl energy category because of your dedication to actually playing this game. Conra mains are people I'm convinced aren't real, because I will die on the hill that Conra's appeal is done way better by Cinder. If you somehow exist, you give me the vibes that you like wearing scary masks and jumping out at kids around corners to make them scream during Halloween. What this says about you is out of my hands. Riptor is for my ADHD-brained people in my audience, which I know damn well is a lot of you. The dinosaur character is neurodivergent by default, but the devs really said, we're also going to make her run full speed at the opponent and spray fire everywhere. They made her for you guys. Enjoy every second of it, you little freaks. And I am allowed to demean you. Why? Because I am also a Riptor main. Omen is for people who thought Shadow Jago was the less cool choice of the blue shadowy characters you can use to annoy your friends on primal levels, so you're here. You also probably tried playing 2 other characters because because you know that Omen is the fuggliest character on this roster, but you were too good at him, so here we are. Now, while I don't know many Aghanos mains, I know that they are one of two things. You either understand Killer Instinct's mechanics way too well and use them to your advantage, or you are over the age of 35. There is some crossover in these camps, unlike the TJ combo mains. Hisako mains have a lot of different people, but they have a few things in common. You are absolutely a horror fan who has grown numb to her intro animation jump scare, and good for you. Your other shared trait is that you have some of the best timing in this game because Hisako forced you to learn what parrying and frame data are. So shout out to her and shout out to you. Cinder mains are built for anyone under the age of 18 if they are shitty at the game. If they're good at the game, these people are pompous but have the confidence and evidence to back up why they are the way they are. These people are talented and good at everything, including getting better combo strings than you, and they do not know what the word humble means. Besties, I'm so proud to tell you that we have made it to the final in the holy trinity of characters that serve absolutely insane levels of mother in this game, Arya. Not only did you do your homework to understand that Arya's health bar thing is a buff, unlike the TJ mains, but also you know the power of stepping on someone and how good that makes you feel. All Arya mains are the hottest, the richest, and the scariest people in your life. Kim Woo mains are the party girlfriends you have. The problem with me saying that is that you are probably wondering whether or not they would ride for you outside of parties. The answer is yes. Kim Woo mains will party with you and then testify for you in court. These are the baddies you pull into your friend group and never let go of them. Tusk mains are the most responsible people you will ever meet. I said in my Street Fighter video that Kimberly mains will hit you with a notes app list of everything you'll need for the apocalypse, and these divas will do the exact same, but they're gonna prepare you even better. These people will survive the winter, to be sure. Arbiter mains exist to piss me off. You're telling me you looked at all these cool, fun, and colorful characters that Rare, Double Helix, and Iron Galaxy made, and you said, actually, I'll play the guy from Halo. Are you insane? Get a better main. No one likes fighting game characters with guns unless you're Aaron Black and Nina Williams. Then it's fine, but unfortunately, Diva, you are neither of them, so there's the door. Rash is one of the few times I will actually excuse a guest character. If you're playing Rash, you're a 90s kid either by age or by spirit. It's the law. You've played Battletoads, or you found out what Battletoads was because of Rash, played it, and then kept maining him after you played Battletoads. That's ride or die behavior. Mira mains are in two polar opposite camps. The first is chronically straight men, and the second are hot girls that hate men. These Mira mains in particular will ruin your entire life if you cross them. They figured out how to make a life bar system that makes entirely no sense to anyone else into the most spiteful thing ever. Run for the hills. Gargos is for the people that want to feel like they have control over things in their life and they actually have no control over them. You seek to cling to anything that you can feel powerful over, even though you're kind of in a rough patch right now. You got this and you'll get through it, but if you aren't a Gargos main going through it, then I feel like you have a family with children. I don't know why, I'm just very convinced of this fact. General Rom is for haters. 5 in the morning, you're hating on shit. 10 in the evening, you're hating on shit. Like Tyler the Creator, being an overtime hater works like clockwork for you. You are pessimistic, but in a very fun way. Like, you make things going to shit seem so funny, and what that means for you is entirely up to you and your therapist to decide. Idol is for boomers. You remember playing these games back in the arcades in the 90s when they dropped, and Idol is similarly old. You basically kin him, is what I'm saying. That, or you're a particularly mundane kind of evil. Like, you are never the main threat, but you're in the background somewhere just menacingly waiting on someone's downfall. I am fully convinced that Kilgore mains want to watch the world burn. You are a pure little nihilist in its distilled form, and you won't hesitate to minigun somebody to make their day just a little bit worse. You probably are one of the most fun people to be in a Discord VC with, though, so props to you. Shin Hisako mains have bedrooms that look like this. I'm fully convinced. At the very least, in spirit, this is what your bedroom looks like. You also are a spiteful little gremlin and will do the absolute most to 1, hold a grudge, and 2, act on that grudge at any given time. If you're an Eagle main, you are a king of staying in your lane. You do not bother people at all unless you absolutely have to, and you apologize 1,000 times a day over any slightly perceived inconvenience, especially to service workers. That, or you just deal with something going wrong out of fear of sounding like you are the problem. And that is every single Killer Instinct character and what your main says about you. Hopefully I guessed you right. If not, feel free to correct me in the comments. Again, all of this is just in good fun. I am not trying to read anybody too harshly. This is all just playful shenanigans on the internet. So what do you think? Did I get you right? Did I get you wrong? Did I miss a definition? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, I have another one of these videos in the making, so prepare for the Mortal Kombat rendition of this very soon. Bye, sis.